Welcome everyone. So sorry for the delay in finishing this up. I was going through some stops. Okay, so let's just go ahead. This is what I'm talking about. So let's move on to the next part. Okay, so now the first thing, of course, that I had to do was because I kept this somewhere for so long. I had to clean it. Okay, I used my lint ruler to clean it, and it's looking clean already. Now remember this part that wasn't properly. If you can see this space here, I don't like this space, but every other part is well finished. Okay, so now we're going to cover this part, and because of this space here, you can see here as well we had an issue. Okay, so I'm going to cover this part properly. So now I have my strip here already. I just cut the full length of my velvet. This is the inside part, this is the outer part. Okay, this velvet part. So now what I'm going to do is that the first thing I'll do is to measure this box. Remember, it is the full length like this. Okay, it's 14 inches. Let's measure to be sure. Yeah, 14 inches. Okay, so now since it's 14 inches, these sides, this side and this side, have taken up space inside. Now we need to cover this inside part. Okay, so I've already cut this strip. It will go in like this. Okay, and then also do justice to this inner part. As you can see, it will cover it properly, and then also the side like this. Okay, to cover it well. Hope you can see it. Then also all the way to the back, and it's covered this part. Okay, so to cover it properly and fully. So now but before that, we need to do some trimming. Okay, so I will line this up. Since our box is 14 inches long, I'll line this up. Okay, and then at 13 and 6/8 of an inch, I will mark there. Or let me say, I'll just draw a straight line at 13 and 6/8. 13 and 6/8. Okay, let me make sure it's well lined up. It's not, it's moved. So I need to line that up properly. Need to line that up properly. Okay, yeah, now it's straight. So I will now line my ruler up to 13 and 6/8 of an inch, then draw a line there like so. Now we are working with this. I'm not cutting it off. Okay, so now working with this space that I have here like this. So I will remove 1/8 of an inch. This is 4 inches. Okay, that's the width of the box. Okay, it's 4 inches, and this also I have 4 inches. This is also 4 inches wide. Now, but I'm going to remove 1/8 of an inch from this side and from this side. So I will line my ruler up like so, and then mark 1/8 of an inch up here, 1/8 of an inch down here, and then move up a little and also mark 1/8 of an inch, and then here also 1/8 of an inch. Then come up here, move it up a little, and then also mark again 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, and on this line that I drew. Okay, on this, I don't know if you can see the line. I used pen. Okay, I used pen. You can see it. Okay, so on that, I will also mark 1/8 of an inch. Don't bother that the thing is squeezed. Don't worry. It will straighten out. So mark 1/8 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch here. So next thing I am to do, I will line my ruler up. Before that, from that 1/8 of an inch, I'll just cut. That's it. very small, very, very small. You can see, right? That is it on both sides. Okay, then line this down. You see all those marks that I made? I will now line my ruler up to those marks and then cut from there. This is it. So I'll repeat this same cutting on this other side as well. Okay, I like to cut towards me, and the markings is on this side. Okay, there it is. So I have 2 1/8 of an inch. I don't need this to be thrown away. All right, so now the next thing that I will do is to now uh, apply my adhesive. Okay, I will be using UHU for this because it's the base, so it will hold properly. Okay, but I'm going to apply inside directly. So I'll be using this because this one is faster, unlike my bottle. That one is for me to control, so it doesn't pour out too much. Okay, so that's what I'll do. I'm applying the UHG gum is coming out already. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, okay. So I'm not pressing it, I'm just holding it and it's coming out. So you can imagine that. So the edges first, okay? The edges first, then the inside, like so. Let me do here first, then on top of the velvet. Now for this, it's velvet, so it's soaking the glue, okay? So you just need to really apply enough, like a lot. So I'm pressing already for enough UHU to come out. Okay, this is what I don't like. Stopping it. Okay, all right. I was able to get that in control quickly. Okay, all right. So now I have this here. I will now line it inside, okay, to the UHU gum. Now, the reason why I use UH is that so I'll be able to move it in case it's not properly fitted. But if I use double-sided tape, it will not be easy for me to move. It holds onto things very quickly. Okay, so and then here, so okay, this is moving. Don't worry because it's liquid. That's why it's moving. Now you can see that it's well fitted. Okay, even to the edges. You can see how I'm taking my time to work on the inside part. Don't rush it. And then all the way to that end. Good. Now it's well laid. You can see it's properly laid. Now you work on the inside part. As you can see, the way I'm doing, okay? It's liquid glue, so it takes time to dry. All right. So not to worry about that. But just make sure that it's properly laid and it's flat. There's no part raising up. Okay, like that. Just press, 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 like so. Okay. I'm loving the outcome already. You can see how neat it is. So now you're now wondering, what about this side? Yes, it's not an issue. You can see that the cutting that I did, it stopped right at this corner. So now this is 4 inches. It will cover into, I'm able to press it into the corners properly. Okay. So now I will bring my UHU gum again. This is what we'll use to finish covering this base. So I'll push that out of the way and then apply my UHU in the corners like so, and then like that. And then of course this space that is showing, apply there as well. Okay, that's too much. All right. So now I'll bring this and then just lie this down like so, and then use my hand to work it. Okay. Make sure that it's properly laid. The edges are flat. Okay. If your fingers are not getting into the corners, you can use something that has a flat edge. Okay. So like so, and then here also. Now you can see the edges are now properly covered and well laid. No more space. No more space. Okay, sorry. No more space showing. Now I'm feeling like it's not yet fully set, but it's actually fully set because the UHU gum was much that I applied here. Okay, so now that is that. All right, so now I can now bring in my smaller bottle. Okay, and apply here. Apply here like so, and then just turn that over, remove any excess glue. Now I know that working with glue for this box would definitely give me some form of mess. I don't like messy work, but well, it's not so messy anyway. Okay, now the next is this part. If I should raise the box, it will hit my camera. Okay, my camera is very close to the table. Okay, so I will just try to see how to hold that so you can see what I'll be doing. Now next thing I'm not going to apply on the box, but rather on the cloth. That's on the velvet. Okay, so apply on the velvet like so, because the thing is you can't say how, just to prevent any error and then any spillage and all that. I must warn, working with velvet takes a lot of UHU. Yes, it does. All right, so now I will pull this over. Ooh, okay, so I applied excess into here, which is good. So I'll just pull that over. You can see the edge, this rough edge, is not being covered properly. Okay, and then making sure it's properly lined up on the sides and removing any excess glue, forming webs, forming web, whatever, out of it, like so.